I walked in early that day. I had left work sooner than usual. Thinking a quiet evening at home would be nice, I imagined the mundane, her sitting on the couch, a cup of tea, maybe a smile when she saw me. I imagined normal, but normal didn't exist anymore. Her name was Lara. For years, she had been my partner, my confidant, my world. I trusted her with my life, my secrets, my fears, my dreams. I believed in us. I believed in her. As I opened the door. The sound of laughter hit me first. Not our laughter, not friendly laughter. Laughter that belongs somewhere it shouldn't. I froze. The smell of perfume in the air. The faint rustle of fabric. The sound of voices too intimate for friendship. I walked further, and there they were. My heart stopped. She was there, smiling. A smile I once adored, one that had warmed my coldest nights, was now turned to someone else, an expression of secrecy, pleasure, and betrayal. And beside her, a man I didn't know, a man who didn't belong in my life, yet occupied the space that once belonged to me. For a moment, I couldn't move, couldn't breathe, couldn't think. She turned, saw me, and her eyes widened. I can explain, she stammered, but no words could reach me. No excuses could undo what my eyes had already confirmed. I walked out, not screaming, not crying. Just out. The air outside felt heavier than inside. My chest ached. My mind raced. Everything I thought I knew, everything I trusted had been a lie. The days that followed were silent. Empty. Echoing with questions I didn't want to ask. Why? How? When? I replayed every moment, every small sign I had missed, every excuse I had accepted. The truth was undeniable. She had chosen someone else. She had betrayed me, and it had been happening long before I knew. Anger came, pain came, betrayal came. I wanted to confront her. I wanted to beg her to explain. I wanted to rip the world apart in search of answers. But slowly, clarity emerged. I realized something important. I didn't need answers. I didn't need closure from her. I needed myself. I focused on healing, not for her, not to punish her. For me, I rebuilt my life. I reconnected with passions I had neglected. I spent time with friends who valued honesty. I learned to love myself again, to trust myself again. The betrayal had opened a door, and I stepped through it into a life I could control. A life that didn't depend on someone who could hurt me so easily. Months later, I saw her. She looked the same, smiled the same, laughed the same, but the effect was gone. She had lost her power over me. Her deception no longer held sway. Her betrayal no longer had a home in my heart. I walked past her without looking back, and in that walk, I felt freedom. Sometimes the worst moments in life are evil, the best truths. She taught me betrayal. She taught me loss. But more importantly, she taught me resilience. The door I walked through early that day didn't just lead to heartbreak. It led to a version of myself stronger, wiser, uncheckable. I walked in early. And my heart stopped. That moment wasn't the end. It was the beginning. Beginning of knowing my worth. The beginning of reclaiming my life. The beginning of understanding that no one has the power to define my happiness except me. She lost me. I found myself, and that made all the difference.